It's time for an update and progress report on my mission to organize all of my PET tapes. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and a few weeks ago, I shared a video about organizing my washi tape and my PET tape. I have a washi tape wall. I'm going to show you that in just a minute and give you some updates, and I've been organizing my PET tape into this storage album from Wrong Devo. So let's start out with some of the basics first. What is PET tape? That is a long roll of individually cut stickers on this really vibrant material. It's beautiful. It's fun to work with. Love them. I love the PET tapes from Wrong Devo. So I have quite a few, and I've been organizing them in this album. I'm going to share with you in this video what has been working, what has been taking a while, and what I still want to do. We'll do a little work today and give you a progress report and show you how it is shaping up. Okay, so disclaimer number one, real, true organization in your craft space takes time. It's not just about throwing things together. It's not about the magic of YouTube where all of a sudden in 10 minutes, everything is perfectly organized. To really catalog your supplies, if you are getting into those details of organizing and figuring out what you have and making it accessible, it takes time. And this has taken a really long time so far. It has been hours and hours to start to get these PET tapes organized. And I wanted to be upfront and honest with you because I'm actually not done with this project. I have a few more things that are need to be done. I'm going to show you that in a minute, and we're not even going to be able to finish it all in this video, but I wanted to give you that update or that I just wanted to let everyone know this is taking a while, and there's several categories in my craft room that I'm wanting to really dive in deeper. It's not just about finding the right container or the right storage album, but really taking the time to organize is going to be a process. And so if for you, if it's feeling like your organizing is taking a long time, you're not alone. It's taking me a long time too, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm being reminded of how much I love some of these supplies as I'm organizing. It's like getting your hands on the supplies makes, I don't know, it's reinvigorating, and it's made me use these PET tapes a lot more. So I know the organization is going to work. All right, so let's take a tour of what my PET tape looks like right now. This is the state of my washi wall right now. It's not going to look a lot different to you all from the last time we saw it, but I will say that all of these tapes have been cataloged. So you can see inside, it says the name of the tape, and they're all on here. Everything that is on this section has been cataloged and is ready to go. I need more shelves. So that's something that still has to happen. I still need some more shelves over in this section so that I can make these work out. None of these have been cataloged. We're going to talk about that today, and we're going to come up with a plan on how to work with the sets. Down over here, I have these have been done and need to be put up, but I don't have a place for them. These are some that still need to be done, and I still have a few in my seasonal storage that need to get done as well. So progress doesn't look a lot different, except that I know all of those are labeled. I'm aware of what I have now, and I know what storage I need. Okay, this is the current state of my PET storage album. It's looking pretty good. So we have PET tapes on either side, labels right here. They are kind of loosely categorized into some different sections. This is a little bit of my like random section, random scenes. And then we get into florals right here. These are all floral pieces. After you go through florals, there's a lot of those. This is actually food, a food section in there. This gets into a little bit more, I mean, these, see how it like overlaps? Those are scenes, and books ended up being a whole thing. Like butterflies, these might go, birthday butterflies might go in my random section here in the beginning. One of the reasons I love this particular set is that you can easily move the categories around. So books were its own category because there were a lot. So a lot of different book themed pieces in here. This one appears to be in the wrong, this one needs to go here. So I can still move things around, but all of those are book related. And then we get into Wrong Girls, a ton of different girls. Love. These were individual ones, so that's why they're a little bit different. Yeah, there's just a little bit of moving that needs to go on. Girls. All of those are girls. Then we get into a little bit of seasonal. So we have fall, Halloween, and then winter. Okay, so that's where I'm at now. What needs to be done today? I need to change this. These classic size discs are not going to work. They're not going to last much longer. So I need to change this to larger discs, which I'm going to do. I need to put white backing in these so I can see them a little bit easier. I'm going to do that. And then we need to create dividers, and I need to create something where I can organize those PET boxes, those washi tape box sets. So that's what we're going to try to figure out today. Again, a little bit of a process, no worries. It's going to take time, but I'm excited to see how it ends up. All right, let's start out, because these are busting at the seams. Let's start out by changing out the discs. In the last PET tape organization video, I asked how many rolls of PET tape do you think I have? And while I don't have the exact number yet because I have yet to catalog all of the rolls, I can guarantee you we're no longer in the double digits. We're definitely in triple digit territory. There is a lot of PET tape, but organizing it in this way has kind of reinvigorated my love for the PET tape. I'm reminded of the different ones I have. It's so great to swatch your supplies because swatching them in and of itself gives you a little bit of inspiration, but it also just allows you even easier access to see what you have on hand. Okay, now that we're in the bigger album, bigger discs, I want to add white backing because I think it will be much easier to see the PET tape. So I have 12 by 12 paper here. I need to measure. Let me get a ruler. These pages, or these openings, should be 11.5 inches by, we're gonna see if 3 inches work. 11.5 by 3, and I'm going to cut a bunch of strips and start putting them in. These are double-sided pockets, like there's things on both sides. I'm only going to put the white pieces in the fronts because they'll obviously show through. That's going to take a hot second, so I'll definitely put you guys on a time lapse and we will see if that works. Let's go ahead and test the sizing though while we're here. So I'm going to cut this down 11.5. Cut that down just a bit. And then let's try 3 inches to see how that looks. I do think the white backing, while a little tedious to put together, is going to make a difference on being able to really see what these are. So I'm just going to slip this in. Yeah, see how you can see the colors better? It's just, and then on the back, you're also going to be able to see pretty easily. So I'm going to put you all on time lapse. We're going to cut a whole mountain of these, put them in, and then come back and talk about the different sections. I think way too often we get lost in the tedious parts of organization. We start having a grand plan. We kind of know what we want things to look like, but it's in the messy middle where we tend to break down. We don't see the results. It's taking a really long time. It feels very tedious. And that's where most organization projects end up just dying off. So I think it's really important to recognize when you are in the messy middle. This process right here, just putting the white backing into these, took 45 minutes. This has sped up a significant amount. This took a really long time, and this was just one little step in the process. It would have been really easy to be overwhelmed and just, say, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to only do half. I'm going to do it another day, whatever the case may be. But sticking through really did make a huge difference, because I feel like I can see all of these even more clearly than I can when they were in the sleeves. One negative that did come up as I was putting the white cardstock into the different sleeves is that it added even more bulk to this album. So even though I've already switched it out to the expander discs are no longer big enough to hold the album. So I'm going to have to come up with some plan to make a couple of different albums, whether I'm going to make my own covers or switch things around, whatever I'm going to do. It's going to have to be at least 2 albums, I think, because I want it to be something that I can pull off the shelf really easily. And this is really big, and it's so big that some of the pages are popping off of the rings because they're stretched a little bit too much. So it did add that extra bulk. I kind of think it's worth it. I don't mind breaking this into a couple of different albums, even 3 different albums if it needs to be that way, just to make it manageable. And anytime I can actually see what the stickers are, I think it's super, super helpful. Now, last time I posted one of the PET tape organization videos, someone mentioned that they saw another YouTuber that takes their rolls, and as soon as they get them, they cut off one strip and they put them into a book, the individual stickers, kind of swatch them on a page of a bullet journal. And that is a fabulous idea and a great way to see all the stickers on a roll. But once they're in the bullet journal, you cannot pull them up. Like, those are stickers that you cannot reuse. In this case, if I use an entire roll, I can then very easily use the stickers in the album. The other thing that I like about this is I'm able to move these around and organize them as I think is needed, so I can find what I'm looking for. Okay, so that was a haul. A couple of things I've learned. First of all, I'm going to need to do another album. It's pretty thick. Those are already on expander discs, and I still have to do the PET. I still have some to do. So I think another album is probably in my future. Let's talk about categorizing. I'm going to use these dividers. These are top tab dividers that I have in my shop in the venti size, and I'm going to use them to separate some of the categories. I don't want to label them yet because I don't know how all the categories are going to shake out. I think I'm just going to insert some of these in here. I'll probably have to go grab some more and just start dividing and then kind of refine that system as I go. This will be food-ish. I don't want to do too much of the micro organizing, the categorizing and all that stuff until I get a little bit farther. Okay, for instance, this, I want to move these. I think they need to go somewhere else. Oh, we also had a books one. That needed to be separate. Okay, these need to go. Groovy Girl needs to go somewhere else because I think that this set right here that are all kind of the early PET tapes, I think those I want to move up front. So I'm going to take these out. These are all kind of some of the early ones. I'm going to move those up front. We're going to put this here. We can move Groovy Girls to the back, where we'll have to put in another sheet. It all works out slowly but surely. It's going to continue to get refined, and I think it's going to work really well. So let's put this here. I have a few more of these strips that I can insert, and then we can put Groovy Girls back here and move these other ones up front, and it will work out really well. So it's been a process. Next, I want to kind of figure out how I'm going to do the washi tape box sets. I'm going to pull one out, and we're going to take a moment and see what we can come up with. I think these white strips are going to be pretty important. in figuring that out. So let me put these away. Let me keep putting in some dividers, and then we'll come back and talk about the box sets. Okay, let's talk about the PET tape boxes. So these are a little bit different because you have several different elements. You have some washi tape that's thick. Here, those kind of fit, I think. I think what I want to do is do some layering. So here's what I'm thinking. Here, you could have the full sample like this, cut. Perhaps it would be more, I don't know, I could cut them. Should it take up 2 whole pages? That's the question. Okay, let me think about this for a second. What I know for sure is that these would be sampled lovely like that. So that's a lovely sample. So you can see that washi tape. Perfect. I'm just going to trim that out onto the sheet. The other 2 washi tapes, well, the medium one fits right there. But do I want to... Let's do this one so that there's space so that I know they're not one big, thick one. We have the washi tape sampled on here. Yes, those are really long samples. And no, I'm not super worried about wasting it because I have a ton. Washi tape rolls, there are so many. There's so much in a roll, for sure. Then we have this one on here. Oops, extra. That works. And for the thin one, this is PET. How quickly do those repeat? Right about here, almost a full length. Let's see. We can get these on here. I can stagger it a little bit. We have these girls here and here and have them covered. So let's do a little bit of this action. Just slight stickiness on the back so that it stays in place. This will be here. And then we'll add. And then I think what I like the idea of them all being in one place. So I could layer these. How badly do I want to see all of the pieces? Let's figure out how to layer this. We'll layer. That doesn't fit quite right. These all break up kind of funky. And this one especially, just because of where it falls. So the unfortunate part is that it doesn't quite, I think it's gonna have to be front and back. That's what I'm thinking. And then we have 3 strips on the other side. Let's see how that looks. Oh, and there's another one of these, which would have been helpful to know. Okay, let's move these. I know I shouldn't have put the sticky. We're gonna put that right there. You get the idea of what's there. Then we'll include the thin washi right here. That'll be fine. And then when I put it in the book, we'll do front and back. So let me grab an insert and show you what I mean. Okay, so we'll do this here. Start inserting all of these. Just like that. Then we can put this one in like so. Insert this. I want them all to kind of have the same format to them. And on the back, we'll do the other strips. And let's do one more box so that we can see if that seems to be what's going to work for these. But that gives you an idea of what the full set looks like. So if you're looking for specific stickers, this one just doesn't cut very evenly, which is fine. Okay, so that would be Coffee Queen. Let's put that one away. And then let's try Foodie Queen and see how it works in that same kind of format. Okay, so this is the Foodie Queen PET tape set. Let's follow the same format. So we have this strip right here, which will come and cover this area, perfection. And then this one, though, does have a skinny one. Okay, let's see. We'll trim this off, and then next will be one of the medium ones. Is that what we've mixed? Yeah. Okay, so this one's accounted for. Let's put them back. Then we have this washi next. Putting that on. Again, I kind of dig the white because it shows that they're separate washies and not attached. And we will trim here and here. That looks good. Next we have the thick and the we have all three of these. So let's get these in the right place. we're gonna go this way. So get that all the way to the edge. Just good. And we can do this one. That works. And last but not least, we will pull the PET tape. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and stick it on. Instead of doing what I did, the other one was individually cut. This one's one long strip. I'm just going to stick it on so that I can see that really clearly. That looks good. Then when we work, let's put all of these, it gets messy. Working on these projects, it's always one of those things where like it gets messier before it gets better. And that's just how it goes. So we need to get all of these back in here. Then we will do the big roll, which has been used. We need to figure out where I stopped using it. We're going to come to right about here. I'll put this in my use it up pile. Then we will cut our long strip like that. We'll trim that. This can go back in here. Staying in the box. If I can get that, it's a bit, okay. Then we'll just cut this one in strips and put it into the pockets, just where it kind of easily cuts because we do have more pockets than normal. All right, let me grab another page and we can get it inserted. So I think this is going to work for how to organize the box sets because then you see everything at once, which is awesome. If you're choosing what you want to use for your journal, you don't have to like open up all of the boxes over and over, but the boxes do help keep things organized and together. I used to not keep the boxes, if I'm being honest, and I'm mad at myself for not keeping the boxes because I really wish I had them right now. So for some of the sets, some of the bookworm sets that I broke apart earlier, I wish I had the full boxes. So I recommend keeping the boxes. A, they're cute, and B, they keep everything together. And I can still organize all of these different sets easily, oopsie, into my organizers. So when I pull out my big book, it's big. I can just flip to the back. I did put one last section back here. This is where I can put box sets and I can pop them right in here. There's one, and there's two. So I could keep box sets separate. I could decide to put them into the categories. We can just kind of see how that ends up. Okay, so that is the update on the PET tape organization. She's big, she's thick, but I love it. I'm making progress. It's taking time, and that's totally fine. I'm going to continue working. Some things I have to do. I need to organize the PET tapes on the wall into the same categories that are in the book. I'm going to do that once I have them all cataloged, because then I'll be able to kind of label certain shelves in certain categories. And I think that will be really helpful to finding the ones that I want. I need to continue to do the box sets and some of the seasonal ones that I have in some different areas of my craft studio. And I need to get some more shelves. So it looks like there might need to be a PET tape round 3, video 3. Let me know if you want to see how I finish up this process, but I'm pretty pumped. I think it's going to work out really well, and I'll keep you all updated. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link Wrong Devo down below. I do have an affiliate link with her, and I have a coupon code. If you're interested in these PET tapes or the storage system, you can check her out. I will also attempt to find a link for the acrylic shelves from Amazon. I've purchased them on Amazon before. They kind of go in and out of stock, so I will see if I can find a link to leave down below. I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon members. Thank you all for coming on an organization journey with me. Patreon, we have lots of challenges, organization related, exclusive videos, things like that. So if you want to join us over on Patreon, we have a ton of fun. So you can head to patreon.com/ScrappyWife to find out more. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.